Years after he accidentally killed his mother while cleaning his father's gun, Ed Jr. and his college buddies head up to clean and lock up his father's beachside condo. But what Ed Jr. never suspected was that his father, Big Ed, never forgave him for the death of his mother. And now, it's time for revenge. In The Mutilator. Hi, I'm Cinematico Magnifico of amoralcrackpot.com, and welcome to the Nightly Chill. The Mutilator, aka Fall Break, is such a gigantic failure of a movie that it took two men to direct it, Buddy Cooper and John Douglas, though only Cooper can take credit for the awful material they both had to work with. And that neither man have a writing or directing credit prior to or after this movie should speak volumes about how well regarded their work was upon release in 1985. While the movie initially kicks off with one of the oddest presentations of a child accidentally shooting their parent, that opening scene at least has the sort of impact lacking for the rest of the movie. Because you see, the next 30 minutes is spent waiting for this slogging mess of a movie to get back on track. For nearly half an hour, we watch a group of 6 college-aged yuppies yuck it up as they decide what to do during their fall break, travel to this condo by the sea, and then do nothing of interest until the killing finally begins. And even then, it's another 40 minutes of slow, agonizing, and aggravating filmmaking and acting to sit through. It's as if nobody involved knew how to make a movie. Even given the genre's history of bad acting, The Mutilator is scraping the bottom of the barrel. Nobody speaks or acts like a normal human being. Eyelines are constantly off, with actors frequently looking at something or someone behind the camera. Nobody seems quite sure what their marks are or even their lines. What's worse is that despite having 2 directors involved, neither one realized they were making a horror movie. No tension, no drama, and far too many completely stupid moments, such as when one character is instructed by his girlfriend to go out in search of their friends. When he'd rather continue with their heavy petting, she offers herself up as a reward if he does her bidding. And of course, this hot-blooded young man agrees. But then he does so by pulling off this Gilligan's Island-esque moment where everything speeds up as he throws on his clothes, dashes out the room, comes back, takes a bow, and then closes the door behind him, all while stupid music is playing in the background. And it's a shame because despite all the terribleness around it, the inherent premise of The Mutilator is a good one. There's a good horror story waiting to be made about a grieving widower so consumed by his grief and rage that years later he decides to take revenge on his only child. Even the special effects are fairly impressive. In fact, one death in particular involving a fishing gaff, a pole with what amounts to a massive fish hook on one end, is one I'm surprised hasn't been replicated in any fashion in any other film. The Mutilator is one of the lazier, uncreative attempts to capitalize on the horror boom of the 1980s. It adds nothing to the genre, it gives fans little in the way of entertainment they'd find in other better horror movies, and it squanders what little good there is to be found in it by minimizing its special effects shots in favor of showcasing a lot of bad acting and boring, aimless scenes. Unless you're a die-hard slasher fan or a sucker for really bad horror movies, The Mutilator is a no-chill. That's going to do it for us tonight on the Nightly Chill. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and also be sure to leave me any questions, comments, suggestions for future reviews, and maybe even discuss today's movie at greater length. And as always, this video is brought to you in part by our viewers. If you'd like to learn how to support this and other projects, please visit amoralcrackpot.com or check the description below. But until next time, y'all need to make like a tree and get out of here.